Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gordon Matthew, and welcome to the 2014 award show. Live here on YouTube. My guest today, add to the nation, everybody.
So, I'm here for the show review. We're gonna reward the greatest stuff that happened this year.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Okay, so I didn't really run out of categories before we started this. So we're just gonna wing it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Give me your match of the year.
The match of the year.
It doesn't have to be WWE. It can be TNA, Indies. Ring around or anything.
I'm gonna go with Brock Lesnar beating John Cena at SummerSlam.
That's what you're gonna go with?
Yes.
All right. I've got a couple. I've got the Shield and the Wyeth. The Shield Evolution at Payback. And Daniel Bryan versus Bray Wyatt at Royal Rumble.
Yeah, and I forgot one. Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt at Hell in a Cell.
You mean Dean Ambrose versus Bray Wyatt? Dean
Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. Yeah, that's what I meant.
I think I'm gonna take the Bryan and Wyatt one for that. And now just seeing how we do that, we're gonna be here for a while. Doing this.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, what?
I gotta get something. I gotta get my charger because I didn't know we were gonna be here for a while.
All right.
Yeah.
So while he's getting his charger, everybody, I just want to let you know I am doing NXT tonight. Last week, I just want to get this because last week was the review show for NXT, and it was just reviewing the year that was. So I probably started with myself the review. So tonight will be the actual NXT show. And I believe the main event is Hideo versus the newly roster debuting Ascension.
Hey, look. Hey, I'm live on the show.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Huh?
You said something.
Oh. Where you at now?
You said you're good now?
Yeah.
Okay, my next category. Superstar of the year.
Superstar of the year.
Yeah.
I gotta go with it's hard to choose. I'd say Brock Lesnar because WWE has dropped the ball when Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose.
Now see, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose dropped the ball. They're still going full fledged. And what Ambrose the break a little bit, which I completely disagree with. But my superstar of the year still is Dean Ambrose. It's probably because I'm a Dean Ambrose guy. But you know, gotta roll with it. So I'm just gonna say this: when it comes to Dean Ambrose, his show was awesome because even fighting from the Shield, he made Money in the Bank fun. His match with Seth Rollins and a lumberjack match obviously great. I'm just gonna say this: when it comes to the lumberjack match, whoever thought that a lumberjack match like that? Well, a lumberjack match could be that.
Hold on, I gotta go.
Wait, what?
Gotta go.
In the middle of my live stream.
Sorry, man.
Fine, man. I will talk to you. Hello? Hello? Darn it, guys. We are dealing with technical difficulties here. Alright, so I'm going to use my phone as a mic since this computer went out. No. Say it ain't so. Attitude had to go. Say it ain't so. Attitude had to go. Alright, so basically, anyway, as I was saying, yeah, doing NXT tonight. Most definitely doing NXT tonight. Waiting for my phone to come on so I have a mic to do this review with. That's a review I force a habit me or words with. Darn it, guys. I really apologize for this. I should have get my mic so I know that I'm on tact with you guys on what's going on right now. Ugh, come on, phone. Help me out here. Sorry, guys. I'm really trying to get this back up right now. Bear with me here for a second. Just bear with me. Come on, phone. You can do it. Hurry up. I gotta get back in this. I'm alive. Come on, man. Alright, so as I was saying, anyways, if I can get back into what I was doing. This Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, as Attitude said, they had WWE dropped the ball on them. I honestly don't feel that the ball was dropped on Rollins and Ambrose. I feel that WWE can't cash in on what they have correctly. Rollins and Ambrose are major talents in the business at the moment. That's how I feel. Rollins and Ambrose are major talents in the business at the moment. And it's WWE's fault that they're not cashing in with them right now. It is. All right, so as I said originally, yeah, Rollins and Ambrose, ball wasn't dropped. WWE just can't cash in. All right, but as I said, my superstar of the year, guys, is Dean Ambrose. For obvious reason, I mean, even with the Shield being like when the Shield started the year, we had the intrigue of what was going on. Would they break up? Would they not break up? What was going to go on with the Shield? What were we going to do? And we eventually went on the Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose rivalry. That was just phenomenal. I mean, it was a rating saver for Raw. I honestly think that if that wouldn't have went on for so long, so many people would have had nothing to really watch on Raw because Daniel Bryan was injured, CM Punk was gone, Cena is Cena, and Roman Reigns is turning into Samoan Cena. So it just makes me wonder at this point where are we gonna go? What are we gonna do if Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose aren't feuding? If Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose are in this big spotlight that they have, I would just keep running with Usos and Cena versus the Wyatts because that's where we were then. But I was saying before, it honestly feels like WWE pumped the brakes on Dean Ambrose because this feud with Wyatt has not been anything amazing. And I guess it's because of assorted gimmick match after assorted gimmick match after assorted gimmick match after gimmick match after gimmick match. They don't really do much for these guys. Really, they really kind of don't. So, but anyways, other than that, Dean Ambrose has had a solid 2014. This is why I have to say Dean Ambrose is my superstar there. You know, I could have went with Seth Rollins, or I could have went with Brock Lesnar, or I could have went with any of the obvious choices. But I'm going to stick to my guns and go with Dean Ambrose for the simple fact of the guy's my favorite, and with the year he's had, he's deserved it. And that brings me to my OMG moment of the year. Obviously, it's split with two things. OMG moment of the year goes to Seth Rollins. Well, yeah, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, because Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose had that epic fall off the Hell in a Cell structure. Well, not completely off of the top of it, but like a little bit down there, punching each other back and forth, and they just took the flop to the table. It was phenomenal. It was just straight up phenomenal. And that was one of the OMG moments of the year for me. And I also have to go back to Ring of Honor, because Ring of Honor had two OMG moments for me at the same match. Yeah, out of the same match. If I would have seen the ladder war between Cole and Briscoe, I would have definitely put moments in there from that, but didn't see it, so can't really say that. But I do have two Cole and Briscoe moments that will do with Adam Cole. Adam Cole super kicking thumbtacks in Jay Briscoe's mouth when they were in his mouth, and then stapling papers to Jay Briscoe's head. Those moments were A1. Those moments were phenomenal. Those moments were the shit. Now, also tonight, not tonight, right now, I just want to go out there, go on a limb and say that Diva of the Year, if it had to be someone on the main roster, it's either going to be three girls: Paige, AJ Lee, Nikki Bella. If it's on NXT, it's got to be Sasha Banks, Charlotte. Paige started the year there, but she didn't really have a full year there. Excuse my phone. She didn't really have a full year there, so it's, it's whatever. But Dean Ambrose is my superstar of the year. Tag team of the year would have to be, see, this is where I'm torn between a couple teams. The Young Bucks and the American Wolves. No, actually, the Young Bucks, American Wolves, and the Red Dragon. Now, see, if I have to break it down, the Young Bucks this year, like, people already knew who the Jackson Boys were. People knew who the Bucks were. People currently know who the Bucks are. I mean, worldwide known in Bullet Club, Too Sweet Me, bro. Too Sweet Me, bro. Known Yeah, they're known in Bullet Club. They used to be in TNA as Generation Me. For anybody who doesn't know who they are, sorry guys, dryer by me. They don't know me. If you guys don't know, yeah, they were in TNA as Generation Me. They what do you call it? They just compete all over the indies. They're in Ring of Honor. They're in New Japan, former New Japan World Tag Champions, former Ring of Honor and New Japan World Tag Champs at the same time. And they did that this year. They won the Ring of Honor Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships, and Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. And at the same time, and if I'm correct, the Ring of Honor Tag Champs, uh, Ring of Honor Tag Champs, New Japan Tag Champs, and PWG World Tag Champs all at the same time this year. And they had climbed into the amazing ranks of the Bullet Club. So the Young Bucks have had a solid year, which is why they're up for Tag Team of the Year. So if I really just break these down, I can figure out who I choose at this moment, because I really came into this with no actual choice, with no legitimate choice. But I guess we just roll with the punches and go with the flow of what happens. So, it's whatever. Top of the Slurpee. All right. Next team I have to break down: the Wolves. All right. This year, at the start of this year, the Wolves weren't wrestling. Then known as the American Wolves, weren't wrestling in ROH. I apologize, guys. The American Wolves then, and I apologize for, me having this Slurpee during doing this, but, mouth dry, you got to do what you got to do. But then known as the American Wolves weren't wrestling then and there. The American Wolves were, at the beginning of the year, first match they had wrestled was on WWE territory in NXT. And they, job to the Ascension, but things happen. They job to the Ascension, but things happen. So when it comes to them jobbing to the Ascension, they still made it through WWE in the Performance Center. Well, they still made it to the Performance Center to step in the WWE ring. The thing may have been them losing that match, but they would have eventually got another match. And if things would have went right, and Triple H would have been furious at David Richards for no selling a German and landing on his neck and getting back up, then it just, I don't know. I'm not going to say they could be there right now. I'm not going to say they could be NXT Tag Champs right now. I'm just going to go on a limb and say the Wolves, if Davey wouldn't have screwed up so much like that, would have been in WWE. But they went to TNA. And I don't know their entire TNA past, because as I have done with Raw, when it comes to stop watching, I kind of did the same with TNA at the point. Like, actually, no. When I've had periods where I started watching TNA, stop. And from 2007. No, I backtracked this. 2006 to 2011, I consistently watched. 2006 to 2011, I consistently watched TNA. It was 2011. No, 2006 till it had to be around 2012, mid 2012. I had to. Beginning 2013, I stopped watching. Beginning of 2013, I stopped watching TNA. About maybe November 2013, I started watching again, and then November 2013, November, December, I was watching. In January, I was watching, and then when NXT Arrival came on, and then I eventually figured out how hard it was for me to watch NXT and Impact. I said, well, if NXT is 1 hour and I'm getting a full show at NXT, and it's making me happy watching NXT every week, what's the point of watching Impact? So I just jumped ship on TNA and went straight to NXT every Thursday. And, for the most of the, loyal TNA fans out there, and I'm telling you now, you would probably be good at relationships in your life because if you've been loyal to TNA that entire time, you can put up with a lot of bullshit. Just putting it out there. So those of you who stuck loyal, good for you. Congratulations. You're really faithful, and I respect you for that. But I had to jump ship to something that was making me happy, and that was NXT. But as I was saying, I stopped watching at that time, and when it came to that, I don't know what had gone on, but I had been reading things on one of the top headlines on a wrestling website I went to. The Wolves won the tag championships, and not in the ordinary fashion, but in only the screwy, stupid TNA style that they could possibly do. And at the time, the tag team division was, and I can kind of honestly say, it still just may be in a dark state, but not as dark. It's not as dark as it was when the Wolves had arrived, and only the Bromans were in there. So constantly we had gotten Bromans, Wolves, Bromans, Wolves, Bromans, Wolves. Now we just get the Wolves and whoever they can face. And the Wolves are two-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. Two-time Ring of Honor Tag Champs. And as two-time Ring of Honor World Tag Champs, they won one at a house show, lost it on television, and then won another one. Won another tag title. I think it was at a pay-per-view. I don't remember, but they won another one. So this year they wrestled in WWE, they wrestled in TNA, left ROH, and they're two-time Ring of Honor World Tag Champs. They had recently lost them to Abyss and James Storm, and James Storm's new union that he has going for him. I think it's not the Kingdom. The Kingdom is Michael Ben, Maria Kanellis, is Matt Taven, and Adam Cole, brother! Who I'll say had a bit for Wrestler of the Year, but no offense to Adam Cole. But no one beats Dean Ambrose. No one beats Dean Ambrose. So, another thing, Young Bucks and Red Dragon. Young Bucks, Red Dragon. I guess I can include the Shield, but they were split. But they were still together this year. I think I'm gonna say the Young Bucks were my tag team of the year. I'm gonna go with the Young Bucks. As impressive as the Wolves' year was, as impressive as the year was to be in that conversation, I'm gonna have to go with the Young Bucks. Yeah. Now, I don't want to make NXT stick out as its own, but I'm gonna have to say my NXT Superstar of the Year was Sami Zayn. Not Sami Zayn. Yeah, Sami Zayn. I wanted to say Adrian Neville. I've been fighting myself ever since I started watching NXT of saying, honest opinion, Neville maybe, just maybe, I'm not going to go out there and say he is 100%, just inches, a little further ahead of Sami Zayn in the better wrestler department. But crowd reaction is all, and when I say all, I mean all Sami Zayn. I mean, that guy gets a crowd reaction and is a great wrestler. So that rises him above Neville in that sense, but when it comes to the particular standard of crowd reaction and ability, make a phenomenal wrestler, well, it's not even crowd reaction and ability. It's, in most wrestling standards, it's great wrestler, because, the term wrestler, but in WWE, it's sports entertainer. Excuse my phone, yes. In most terms, it's sports entertainer. and we have to, separate that standard from itself. It's kind of meant to stand that way. I'm sorry, guys. Other than that, we'd have to have. I'd have to say, yeah, it's definitely Zayn. Because for anybody who's seen NXT Takeover, Our Evolution, they just have to know. They have to know that crowd was 1,000,000,000% behind Sami Zayn. 1,000,000,000% behind Sami Zayn. That crowd was 1,000,000,000% behind Zayn. I'm sorry, guys. You're getting enough of my head in the reviews. Full face! Ha ha ha! Okay. Weekly show of the year. Hate to homer, but I gotta say NXT. I mean, every week, compelling storylines, good matches, and phenomenal talent who actually get a shot. I mean, if you look at guys, and this also includes guys in WWE who are never given their legitimate fair shake, or not even saying legitimate fair shake, who are never, who never had the charisma or ability or, the charisma to make it. Tyson Kidd. I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to name Comeback Star of the Year. Comeback Star of the Year. No doubt. No doubt. Comeback Star of the Year. Tyson Kidd. Now, see, some of you guys may say, oh, he's only an NXT to be enhancement talent. He was only there to help guys, just do this and that. Hold on, my cousin Eric's going to get down. I'm live streaming. I'm live streaming, Eric. Yeah. So some of you guys may just say Tyson Kidd was only enhancement talent. He was only there to make guys look good. Tyson Kidd on NXT turned his career around. I mean, it's got him on the main roster. It's got him on Raw. It's got him on SmackDown. It's got him on main event. Huh? Hold on, let me grab my cousin. The show I review is, well, I review NXT now. Oh, this is a award show for 2014 awards. But Tyson Kidd definitely has to be Comeback Star of the Year, basically, because he brought the fact gimmick. He brought the fact gimmick through NXT and made it a thing on the main roster. And my God, when he debuted that fact gimmick on the main roster, it was phenomenal. Man, oh man, it was phenomenal. Like, not on the main roster, I'm sorry, on NXT, it was phenomenal. Like, people got behind it fast. Like, I mean, Tyson Kidd got way more charisma in his promos. And instead of Tyson Kidd being that guy who could wrestle and it was boring as was as boring as a ton of bricks, Tyson Kidd turned into a guy who was entertaining to watch. And it's not even that. I mean, the fact of his wife, like, the gimmick is, we know your wife, not you. You're nobody. Your wife's somebody because she's on the main roster. It was brilliant. Like, Tyson ran with that completely. The NXT universe, I hate to say the NXT universe, but Tyson Kidd had a share of making himself, but the NXT universe also had a share in that. So, Tyson Kidd, Comeback Star of the Year. Okay. Along with NXT being Show of the Year. Pay-per-view of the year. I'd have to say my pay-per-view of the year would have to be pay-per-view of the year would have to be maybe I'm trying to think of pay-per-view of the year. Oh, most definitely SummerSlam. It was most definitely SummerSlam. Trying to go through everything else indie-wise. Yeah, most definitely SummerSlam. I mean, it was an incredible watch. I mean, SummerSlam, second to none. Awesome pay-per-view. You can't do better than what WWE did with SummerSlam. You just can't. The pay-per-view itself was phenomenal. I guess a close second, if you want to count its pay-per-views, would have to be... No, second would have to be Hell in a Cell. Third after that would have to be NXT All Evolution. So if I had to name three, those are my three. Let's see. Group of the year. We had the Wyatt family, we had the Shield, we have Bullet Club, we had the Kingdom, but when Matt Hardy was with the Kingdom, they did something. I'm not going to say they didn't do much, but they did something. But, yeah. When Matt Hardy was with the Kingdom, they did something, but it wasn't really anything spectacular. So, what I want to say is this. All right. I want to do like this. This is not the same thing. Like you can debate this. This is the same thing as Superstar of the Year. Oh, I don't really want to put it in that light. I'm going to say Face of the Year and Heel of the Year are two different categories. My Heel of the Year, Seth Rollins. Now, when I was here with Attitude, before he left me and abandoned me, he was saying that WWE dropped the ball on Seth Rollins and made him look like chicken shit. I'm not gonna, go to the ends of the earth to debate that. I'm just gonna say this. Seth Rollins' character, the way WWE has kind of built that's been up and down. I'm like, I haven't been watching the past couple weeks. Like, I'll go back in a minute. I watched Raw on Monday, but I didn't watch it live. Actually, I'm lying. I watched the last hour of Raw live because I was like, okay, maybe the 10 o'clock hour they will get their important shit in, and I'm not sitting here for the other 2 hours of filler. Or hour and a half, whatever. So, I forgot where I'm going with this. Oh yeah, Seth Rollins, heel of the year. What he did Monday night should have solidified him as the heel of the year. I mean, it should have 100% solidified him as the heel of the year. I mean, he held Edge's neck over the Money in the Bank briefcase and was going to curb stomp him, and then said, if Cena doesn't bring the authority back, he's going to break Edge's neck. And he's like, come on, you had a moment with him. You respected him. This is a father. This is a husband. You want him to never be able to hug his kids again because he can't feel it. Something like that. But Rollins looked like a legitimate beast Monday. Anytime that man comes out, he gets booed out of the building. Seth Rollins is the most hated heel in that company. And I love it. I absolutely love it. This is why Seth Rollins has to be the heel of the year. Now, face of the year. Three people get this in my book. And I have to give a second heel of the year, and that's Brock Lesnar. And you guys know for obvious reasons why, but heel of the year, heel of the year, Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar beating Cena. Brock Lesnar, imposing his will. He gets a huge reaction whenever he comes out because whenever you hear, it's like when you hear the Shield's music. Whenever you hear Brock Lesnar's music, you know that shit is going down. Yeah, you know that shit's going down. And we all just have that feeling anytime we see him. So, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Taylor Lear. Faces of the year, I got 3. Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn, and Dean Ambrose. So, what do you get to his mind explaining on Daniel Bryan? Even though he wasn't around the entire year, yes, I'm sorry. Yes, even though Daniel Bryan wasn't around the entire year, we all seen anytime he came around, the man was over. Whether he was wrestling or not, giving announcements or not, he got the crowd to have a reaction. He was as over as he has been. And on Monday night, when he said he wasn't retiring and he was entering the 2015 Royal Rumble in 4 weeks in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Daniel Bryan, the Yes chant, returned in full force. Not that bullshit rebound Yes chant. I mean the legitimate thing. So Daniel Bryan. And even without that, I just didn't mention his biggest accomplishment of the year. Beating every member of Evolution. Every member of Evolution in one night. That is what he did. He beat every member of Evolution in one night. He conquered Triple H in the first match. He conquered Randy Orton and Batista in the main event. Daniel Bryan went on to be the world champion. You know, he got a shitty look of the draw, man. He got a shitty look. Because nothing went right for him after that. I mean, like, and it's like WWE tried to sabotage him when, you know, it came to, you know, Daniel Bryan can't draw. Daniel Bryan can't do this right. Daniel Bryan can't do that right. So what it's time for us to do is just, you know, see if he can draw. If he can't draw, if he can't get more people to subscribe to the network, we can take the title off him immediately. And the reason I say that tried to do that to him is because who puts you in an immediate feud with Kane? Kane. You know, corporate Kane, the demon Kane, concessions Kane. I don't know. The one I made up that when the babyface bully Ryback did to Kane. What was that? What was that? That Ryback did to Kane. It was when Ryback put condiments Kane when he was squirted in ketchup and mustard and made a mess. I mean, Kane, you are not like you're one of the circus workers in the business, but I think it's just time for you to retire and be a backstage agent. And I'm like, if you're gonna come back to the Authority and they're gonna put you in matches again, I hope that doesn't happen because the Authority's back now, and I'm gonna put it out here so nobody asks if I'm gonna do it. But maybe, just maybe, I may start watching Raw again. I won't review it until it's on a consistent basis. I'll just start watching again. Maybe not on a week, maybe not live every week. Like if it's just starting to get bad, I'll watch it later in the week. I'll watch it the next day when it's available to me, and I can fast forward through the boring shit and the filler shit I don't want to watch and get to the good shit. So that's that. But one of my face of the year is Daniel Bryan. Another face, Sami Zayn. I explained the reasoning why he's NXT Superstar of the Year, and Dean Ambrose. I mean, when this guy came back from getting his head stomped through cinder blocks by Seth Rollins, he got a huge pop. I mean, Ambrose was in demand every single week from the fans. I mean, like they did everything right with Dean Ambrose up until the Wyatt feud. You know, they had one of the most stupid endings to a TLC match I ever seen. I mean, I don't know how you managed to screw that up, but WWE just managed to screw that up. They managed to screw up something that I was worrying and wanting to see, but they managed to screw it up, and I just can't wait till it's over in the ambulance match this Monday when Dean wins, sends Brock in the ambulance, and they both go off to do new things. So whatever happens is whatever happens. I just can't wait till it's over. They need to start something with Dean and someone else. I don't know who. Honestly, I'm not gonna say I don't care because I obviously do, but they just need to start something new. He needs to move on before people start to get bored. That's all I'm gonna say. D needs to move on before people really, I mean, really, really, really start to get bored. So it's it's just something that they have to do. Now, uh, I have to look at my list here and see what the next category that we'd have here is. All right, hold on, guys. I will be right back. I have to check something out. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Next would be Diva of the Year. And 2013 was AJ's year. And even though the man roster totally took a hot ass Cleveland steamer on Paige, the 2014 Diva of the Year here, it's Paige. It's most definitely Paige. And I most definitely say this because Paige, this year, she's still a two-time Divas champion. She still won the championship on her birthday. She's still, the only one to hold a candle on the roster to AJ Lee. Even though AJ Lee came back and beat her 3 times. And it had to be her on the pay-per-view at, Night of Champions, and it really wasn't her Nikki Bella, even though she was starting to gain a little bit of steam. She still could have regained that steam by beating AJ for the championship 2 months later after her and Paige were done. Because, Paige could have submitted and said, you know what? Like, I always had this idea for AJ and Paige's, what do you call it, for their, for AJ and Paige's, storyline. If they really wanted to go off with a lesbian angle, and I'm not, you can't say they never wanted to go off of it. Because they're not going to be doing anything extreme. I mean, for Pete's sakes, we got Brie Bella kissing AJ when we should have got Paige kissing AJ. What the fuck? What the fuck, WWE? So we got that when we should have got the other thing. But I'll explain my idea in 1 second. All right, guys. I'm just going to continue to say my idea for the gimmick. My idea was, hold on. Yeah, my idea was that they're going to go out the lesbian thing when I think it was one of the times that Paige tapped to AJ. She could have just said the next day, I wasn't tapping. I was embracing your nice ass. I'm like, oh my. I was embracing your great, however, whatever PG way you can think of saying it, but they can say ass. So, she could have just said, I was embracing your ass, and it, it could have, she could have mind fucked AJ. She just, they were trying to run off of crazy and crazy, even though Paige isn't crazy. Then they could have did that. They could have did that. They could have ran on with that. And even if they had no way to get Paige back on TV, what you could have done, what you could have just simply done was, you could have just, all right, Paige, what we're going to do is, to put you back on TV is, we're going to put you in a tag team with AJ somehow. I don't know. AJ gets attacked on weekend. You come back down and say, we've always been frenemies, but I've lost attraction. Not attraction, but I've lost a want to be your enemy and frenemy. So I'm just your friend. So I don't know. Anything they can do to get them back together in a tag team capacity or something. And then they're going to get into a tag team that's like a relationship, like a boyfriend and girlfriend, but girlfriend and girlfriend type thing. As 1 week Paige could just, she can come up. It could be like one of those TV shows you see on TV, like, oh, like I really love you and all this. I really want to do this. I really want to do that with you, but it's like secret love. Like AJ secretly loves Paige, or Paige secretly loves AJ, and then it's like every match they want to get closer and closer. One night they hug. It's like, I don't know. Like the way I have it done, like the way it's like picturing out of my head, it makes one of them seem weak. And the one seems like the savior, and that's not what I'm like trying to do, because if you look at NXT right now and look what Bayley's doing with Charlotte and like her recuperation and everything, it would make one of them like Bayley, and that's the last damn thing I would want to do to either of them. So that being that, I'm just gonna say I feel I wouldn't want to do that to them. But I spent a little time on Divas. NXT, I want to say NXT Diva of the Year, because they obviously deserve to get a category in there. I want to say Charlotte, and I want to say Sasha Banks. Yeah, I want to say Charlotte, and I want to say Sasha Banks. The reason I want to say Charlotte, I mean, she won the NXT Divas Championship tournament and won a championship, and man, oh man, that was phenomenal. She had a great match with Natty at TakeOver, and she had a phenomenal match with not phenomenal. It was at the expectation of pretty good. It was pretty good. Awesome match with Bayley at NXT TakeOver Fatal 4-Way. NXT Evolution, I mean, her and Sasha Banks tore the goddamn roof off of Full Sail University. And anyway, Charlotte's just been rolling. And then when it comes to Sasha, I mean, I say Charlotte and Sasha. Oh my god. Stop. But when it comes to Sasha, she won the NXT. What do you call it? The NXT? She won the NXT Universe over with her heel turn. And she split the BFFs. People would think of her as a weak one, probably, because, Summer Rae's a great wrestler already. And, Charlotte, second generation, already over. But the minute they made Summer Rae leave NXT, and Sasha got to gain her ground, I mean, she did it well. I mean, that bank statement where she does the whole backstabber to you and it folds off into a crossface and she just puts wrenching torque on your neck. It is brilliant. Yes. My God, yes. I'm just gonna say she's been a great heel. She made Alexa Bliss bleed this year. Let's put it like that. When she did that, the crowd immediately gave her EC dub chance. I mean, immediately gave her EC dub chance. Okay. Now I think that probably, if there's any other award I'd have to give out, let me think of a category that it fit in. Oh, worst wrestler of the year goes to two guys. No, one guy. Collectively, because if I'm sitting here bitching about Cena, it sounds like my Raw review, and I don't want to do that. Roman Reigns. I'm just going to say he's the next Cena. You guys know how I feel about Roman. The next Cena. We're going to see this going on for generation after generation after generation. He has his 5 moves to do him. Superman punch, basement drop kick, Samoan drop, spear, Superman punch, basement drop kick, Samoan drop, that flying clothesline, and the spear. There you go, people. Roman's 5 moves, therefore, of doom. And he never loses a match. I mean, Roman Reigns is the worst wrestler of the year. And you know what? I was on the Adam Rose bandwagon, but you know what? Adam Rose has just gotten very boring to me. Like, at first it was fun because the party thing was like, oh my god, it's a party, fun, totally fun, dude. No, Adam Rose is totally boring to me. I mean, like, totally boring to me. No offense to Adam in any right. But Adam, no, dude, no. I'm sorry, bro. You just got a little boring. You got a little boring. The whole bunny upstage and you thing just got completely stupid. I mean, when they were in New York and this got "This is stupid" chants, no, that's where you know things are going wrong. And when Adam Rose just got boring. It just got bad fast. Worst tag team of the year had to go to Star and Goldust. As we all know them through my reviews, the Dust Fags. And it just got bad with them, too. I mean, like, it got stale, it got boring, it got... Ugh. So that got bad on, like, all sides of the spectrum. It just got horrible. Like, horribly, horrifyingly horrible. I think this is probably what we're going to have to wrap this up, so... Thank you guys for watching my bad. I just probably look a little bad. I don't know. I don't think anything I really do is that good. But my bad 2014 awards. Thank you to my 5-minute guest, Attitude Era Nation. Follow him on Twitter at Attitude Era Nation. On YouTube, his name is Attitude Era Nation. I mean, like, some of the stuff he does, I agree with. His reviews, I agree with. I just, he can, tail off in. I'm sorry, my phone once again, guys. He can here and there tail off in swearing rants and such and so forth, and can't get his point across sometimes. But when he gets his point across, and you actually listen to him legitimately, if you'd ever talked to the guy, he knows what he's talking about. So thank you, and remember, follow me on Twitter at gmaster90 WGR. Join the Master Squad in full force. Join in full force. I'll walk to your laptop, therefore computer, smartphone, or anything, and give you the golden shovel. I'm sorry, guys. A side of me that a bad side of me just came out. The Triple H side just came out of me. Yeah, remember, follow me on Twitter at gmaster90. Subscribe to me on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button below, down there. Click it. You want to. Click, 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 click. Destroy the like button. Please comment. It helps. And I'll see you guys tonight. I think I might do it live. The NXT review. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching. Me and my Slurpee are out.